Hello, welcome to West Ham Confidential on Revelator Alf. Yes, I've jumped away for a day, hanging out at the beach, but it's the day after the night before. Yes, West Ham went to AFC Wimbledon and beat them 3-1 in the Cup, Carabao Cup. Look, totally dominated the game, especially when their man got sent off at 17, 18 minutes, whatever it was, at McDonald. But we were kind of had the lion's share of the game before that, and it was almost like 90%, you could say, thereafter West Ham. But two main issues. Okay, so the first issue is defensively. We are still very vulnerable. We got spanked in the first couple of minutes by FC Wimbledon. They are a lower league side, and they certainly didn't have the craft and the guile and the talent that our team has got. But they cause problem for us. Crosses, dead ball situations. Set pieces. We're not very good. Again, they're not the quality of the Premier League side, so we are going to struggle there. Got to shape up really at the back. Although Diop, I thought, had a really good game. Ogbonna had a reasonable game, I thought. But Diop looked more assured. Got us the winning goal, you could say. Midfield looked, good. We were dominating, and because they were playing with 10 men, that enabled our, Creswell and Zabaleta left and right to pretty much push on, really, and remain unchallenged. They weren't that effective going forward, apart from their goal. And in the end, the quality or the golfing quality showed. Second half, it was still 1-0 to them. Brought on Anderson, that kind of opened up the game a little bit. He played well. He's showing the talent that's coming through. Yarmolenko, I thought, was industrious. Played well. Snodgrass played really well, I thought. He was looking for those through balls. He was spreading the passes left and right. Crossfield balls, to Creswell and then to Anderson as well. So I thought he did, excellent in the game. Hernandez looked, he was working hard at the front. He was trying, but I don't think he was just being that successful. He had a couple of shots on target. He had a couple of shots really should have put them away, I thought. But I think he was being really closely marked there as well. And they were in defensive mode by then, so there wasn't a lot of space in there. Snodgrass put him through a couple of times. It almost clicked, and I think that's what the problem is. With us right now up front, in terms of up front, is that we're almost there. We're almost getting it right. The balls are coming through, the service is coming through, but the quality isn't there, and the quality in finishing isn't there quite yet. But we're 3 games into the season, into the league, and this game gave me confidence, not because we beat, Wimbledon, who were down to 10 men, not because they put up a really good fight and they should be commended for what they did, what they brought to the game. But I think it's finally starting to click. We saw good improvement at Arsenal. We saw reasonable improvement here from, some of the other players that haven't really featured. It's great to see Creswell back. Gotta say that. It was great to see him in that left back role. Zabaleta did good, but in post-match analysis, even Zabaleta was saying, look, defensively still problem, and finishing in the final third is still a problem. Well, that's what we're all seeing, at least, and this is a great thing about this new look West Ham in many ways. They are being honest with their appraisal. The players are coming out and being honest with appraisal, and that should be commended, really. So I think now there's a lot to work on. There's a lot to be positive on. Arsenal gave us a lot of positivity. I think we should have got a lot more out of that game than the score represented. This game, you might say that Wimbledon were a little bit hard done by. You might feel a little bit more that they should have got more out of the game. But look, we totally dominated the game. We won the game 3-1. You can't look at negative. If I was to say one negative, I would say Lucas Perez didn't really have a great game. He wasn't really that successful up front. A few wayward passes, few shots went awry, cross passes went awry. It wasn't a surprise when he got substituted. Antonio came on later on in the game. He had a couple of runs, but nothing to note really. Look, the goal by Diop came, ran onto the ball. Defence was, stepping off really. Didn't really close him down. He had a shot on goal, shot to nothing, and it went in. Great goal really. So I thought, that was the goal that really launched West Ham. Second goal, ball came in from the right. It wasn't cleared by the defence, and there was Ogbonna who, I suppose you could say he technically won the game for us with that 2-1, because by then, Wimbledon were on their knees really. But it was a cool finish, it was saw it late coming over the heads, and he just, side-footed it home into the goal. Yeah, easy tapping you might say, but also quality and composure when it was needed, and by defender. Ogbonna has been slated quite a lot, by a lot of the fans. I still have a lot of faith in him as well. I think he's not because he's Italian, not because he's got pedigree or anything like that, but I just think he has a lot of last season. We had a lot to be thankful for, with Ogbonna inside, and I think he's still there, and I think he can be the level head that Balbuena and Diop may need, alongside them. So I'm not saying he has to start every game. I'm not saying that Diop and Balbuena shouldn't be the starting two, but I think let's not write him off just yet either. But overall, I thought we played really well. Yarmolenko is nearly there, as a player that causes problems. He was causing a lot of problems, but again, you've got to judge the opposition here as well. But I think there's a lot to be thankful. And this is what I always said before the game, let's take this game, win it, score goals, put in a decent performance, dominate possession midfield if we can, create opportunities, which we did. We ticked all those boxes. The two areas that we still haven't, really sorted out is, our defensive weaknesses. Those balls coming in from the wings, whether set pieces, whether corners, whether just crosses from the wings, and also our quality of finishing in the final third. Once we're there, and I think we're not too far away now. Not too far. We're very close. I think we start picking up points now. The test is, Wolves at the weekend. Let's take the momentum, go forward, with confidence now, with positivity, and not be afraid to, launch forward and, capitalise on the opportunities that we create. Got to create the chances, which we're doing. Just continue doing that. Put away these chances and keep it tight, at the back. I think we're still going to see like a Sanchez role, whether Sanchez will feature in front of that back four. That's going to shore us up a little bit, and I think that's working well. I think that's what we've been. Let's face it, we've been crying out for something like that for a good couple of seasons. So I think, whether it's a Sanchez, whether it's an Obiang, whether Noble is chosen in preference to, drop back into that role. Whether a Rice goes in there as well. He actually had a decent game, I thought, especially with all the problems, off-field problems he's having with the Ireland versus England debate. Look, for me, as far as I'm concerned, he's gone through the Irish youth system. He's played for all the different, youth teams personally, and he's played 3 times for the country at a friendly level. As far as I'm concerned, you have pride in that country, and be proud to be Irish. That's my opinion. When I was a kid, I already knew who I wanted to play for, if I was ever good for, and nothing was going to change my mind. That's, I think don't you? The problem is his head's been turned by Gareth Southgate, and they're looking at you can be a lot more successful with England side. We're going places. We got to the semis of the World Cup. Now, I'm still not so sure. I think he's better to concentrate on the West Ham career. Concentrate on playing for Ireland, where he's been lauded, and they really like it, and Martin O'Neill really like it. And I think why Martin O'Neill's come out with it and done him in a little bit there is because he feels hurt. He feels hurt that Declan Rice is all of a sudden considering another country when he's actually saying, hold on, we've given you everything in this country. So I kind of understand it. But anyway, at the end of the day, it's his decision. I think he shouldn't be making this decision now in his career. He should have been already sorted a long time ago. But anyway, what do I know? But look, concentrating on West Ham, there's a lot. I think there's a lot coming. I still think we're going to struggle the next few games, especially under the Man Uniteds, the Chelseas, the Tottenhams. But I think once those games are out of the way, then I think we're gonna go far, and I think we're going to pick up points, and we'll soon jump up the table. I think. Yeah, look. we always knew that it was going to be like a mid-table to 7th or 8th position. That's what we're looking for. We're really hoping for a long run in the cup. Whether we can do it or not, we'll see. Anyway, catch you next time on the next West Ham Confidential. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the beach bar actually, or the pool bar, whatever it is, and top up on a few brewskis. Catch you on the next one. Cheers.